Peace and blessing. Yeah, back with another one. I want to speak about the importance of exercise for targeted individuals, people being stalked. Exercise is important because it gives you a focus. It gives you it gives you something to focus on other than the foolishness that these childish individuals try to put you through day to day. It also strengthens your mentality as well as your body, because morning, noon and night, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, these narcissistic demons throw spells at you. So know for a surety they're not taking any breaks to try and get you out of here. So exercise is important for your mind. Because these people, as well as throwing spells to manipulate your mind, they also create street drama or create drama at your place of residence to mess with your mental. Their primary aim is to get you out of here without having to get their hands dirty. So the first intent is for you to commit suicide. That's what they would ideally like you to do. So obviously they don't get their hands dirty. But you see, the difference between normal residents and those who are protected by the Most High is that the longer you stay alive as one who is targeted, is the more desperate they become, because these people only care about money. Let me take that back. They're not people, they are walk-ins or empty seaters. Or let me put it in even more layman's terms. They are flesh inhabited by demons, because the original host sold their soul or their essence to Stephen, also known as Satan. So they are known as empty seaters. The original personality does not live in that place no more. It is the entities who they play with. Let me explain even further. These people made a covenant or a deal with demons. They signed contracts to take out targeted ones so they may progress in life or whatever they wish from that demon is. That demon makes, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, he's looking for payment. The demon is looking for payment also. And that payment is your soul. Because that's what was signed for. And that's what was given up. You see it a lot in the hip hop community, or let me just say the music community as a whole, where people sacrifice others so their career, so their career is opened up to more money or whatever. The same thing happens on, you can say, a grassroots level, where family members, so-called family members, will sell you to the devil, and you don't have a clue. They'll take out insurance policies behind your back to make money from you. They will steal your identity. They will steal your intellectual property and pose as you to make what? To make money. All these demons care about is money. They will kill so-called family members to them for dinero, moolah, green, peso. They will kill you in a heartbeat for money. And they hide behind religion. Oh, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Jew, I'm a this, I'm a that. It's a front. It's just like when a drug dealer wants to launder money. He opens a legal business and filters the drug money through the business. It's the same with these so-called Christians. They siphon or filter their demonic traits, their spell work, their murder, their deceit through their religion. That's how they can keep a face in the community, or so-called respect in the community. Speaking of community, another thing they do also is spread lies on the target to cover their lies, because they know if the community were to get to that targeted individual, they would learn the real truth of the situation. But because they can't afford for that to happen, they first the targeted individual. They make sure that they spread the rumors and the lies so people keep away from that targeted individual. But the individual who is the target, he has the real jewels. He holds the real jewels, or the truth of the situation. That's why he is wanted, or she is wanted, out of here, off the planet, in the earth, back where the flesh is destined to go after it's over. But you see, sometimes along the way, these demons come across one who is anointed. And we're not talking about the blood of no Jesus or none of that bullshit. It's another thing that these Christians these holier than thou so-called Christians like to throw in people's face. They call you a demon worshipper, but they will quickly splash the blood of Jesus all about the place. Oh, but we're so holier than thou. Oh, the blood of Jesus is against you. They're quick to call you a devil worshipper for making a sacrifice. But they are quick to splash the blood of Jesus. So what's the difference? You're shedding blood the same way. What's the difference? Because you can't see the blood that you're splashing? Anyway, back to the exercise. You see, these are the games that these demons play. You need an aspect or an avenue where you can focus on yourself, which will strengthen your mind and strengthen your body against these demons who wish you dead. I'm just going to put it out there and speak it as it is. These people are not friends. And the unfunniest thing about this all is that your so-called neighbors, and a lot of you understand what I'm talking about, a lot of your so-called neighbors hate your guts. They play these childish games trying to get your attention. These people are mentally ill. They are mentally challenged. And once you understand this and bore it in your skull that these people are mentally challenged, they have a problem. They're still dealing, let me say this, let me bring that back. They haven't dealt with their mommy and daddy issues. So they lash out against the world. That's the way they deal with their mommy and daddy issues. And just like somebody who's empathic, who can pick up on people's energy, whether you're in a good mood or a bad mood, these demons can also pick up on the energy of healers. These people are energy vampires. They're the ones that come to you out of the blue and just unload all their shit on you. And they leave you with their cheeks all rosy and high and bouncing. And all your energy is taken because you are the sponge. These people know this. Let me take that back. These demons know this. We need to bore in our brain that these human lookalikes, these demons, these vampires, these zombies, they do not wish you well. I got sidetracked. What I was meaning to say is that even though they do all this bullshit, play all these psychological mind games, and plot and plan with other community members to kill you, they still have the front These demons still have the front to tell you good morning. Higher. So targeted individuals, you need to be balanced, else you're going to take one of these demons' life. Sometimes you have to think to yourself, when you see these serial killers who just take up a rifle and just start blasting, you have to wonder, what is really going on? Was that person targeted? Because for somebody to take up a rifle and just start blasting random people, yes, they may be sick, but yes, they can also be provoked. And there is a thing called black magic, which I don't care if anyone believes it or not. I know it to be true, or I know it to be real. Because from the day of my birth, black magic has been thrown my way. To this very day, nothing ain't changed. So to me, it's very real. And I have to, I sit here and I think, fuck. All those years of evil eyes talking down my life, people throwing their black magic, their witchcraft, their voodoo, whatever. And never one day did I decide, you know what, let me throw some back. Never one day. And the thing is, I never done these people anything. You don't have to do these demons anything. They see you and they just hate you. Because you are who they want to be. You don't have to have a fancy car. You don't have to have a fancy house. Maybe some money or a potential of money. Yeah, but the point is, you don't have to do these fools anything. And they want to take your life. That's the first thing that they, because of their mommy and daddy issues, they don't know how to deal with emotion. They don't know how to control their emotions. They are beings who lack. They are lacking in the mental capacity to control their emotions because of mommy and daddy issues. That rather than looking into it and trying to work out what the real problem is, I tell you what the real problem is. The real problem is that these people have no heart. They are weaklings. They are weak. As much as they feel that they're intimidating and go around taking things from people, they are weak. They want to control people, but they cannot control themselves. Weak-hearted, bullies, They hide behind gangs and groups, brotherhoods and covens, secret societies. They do their bullshit in the background and come and smile up in your face like you and them is brethren. But I chant blood thunder, and I chant justice for those murdered by these demons. Oh yes, it's quite deep. Those with eyes that see, they are the true keepers. Or should I say, they are the knowledge keepers. So-called property managers sanction sex trafficking, illegal hidden cameras and microphones in their buildings. Yeah. They are aware of the murder, the debauchery, the trafficking, whether it be sex or drugs. They are aware of what happens in their buildings, and they are a part of the stalking also. They are part of the hacking, the stealing of identities. As well as other corporate entities who are part and parcel of the whole targeted individual stalking phenomenon. But they have it down as the so-called target as being mentally insane. Oh, you're paranoid. But he who feels it knows it. Another thing, a lot of these people at street level who are stalkers, at one time they were also stalked, but they are weak-hearted and they bent to the will of the demons, the devil, and decided it's much easier if I join them. I have a neighbor who for years, now I'm realizing, was targeted by other neighbors in the block. But lo and behold, she is now a part of the stalkers. Yes. So, those who are true and have real faith in the Most High, and when I say faith in the Most High, I'm not talking about some ghost in the sky. It's a sin to look for the Creator outside of yourself. Because when I was going through the black magic attacks, the spiritual attacks, nothing from outside was helping me. There was nothing from outside of myself that helped me. There was no Jesus. There was no Muhammad. There was no Moses. None of these motherfuckers were around. So the creator who you are looking for is within yourself. Which is why I refuse to be intimidated by these fools. Because as much as they like to kill, they are afraid of death. I have died many times in this flesh. So be careful of who you speak with and who you tell intimate information to. Because these demons are shapeshifters. They'll smile in your face and unsheath the sword and plunge it into your back as you turn face. And another thing, they say blood is thicker than water. Psh, I beg to differ. Because your family will sell you to whoever for a $5. Weak-hearted. Weak. I used to be one who would give my life to defend a family member, only to find out that they wanted to take my life. So why should I force myself onto these people after knowing this? It makes no sense. Only to find out and realize that moving away from these people, they have abandonment issues, which stems back to the childhood mommy and daddy issues. Which goes into rejection issues, which is why you cannot walk away, because they will kill you. Childish mentality. If I can't get what I want, then I'm going to cause chaos. These people are mentally ill, which is why it's important to keep yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually fit. I'm not saying you must go out there and fight them. The only fight and true fight that you have is with yourself, to keep yourself balanced. Because they will pull all the stops out to bring you out of your peace and to make you do something that you're going to regret in the long run. But don't get it twisted. I'm not saying don't defend your life. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, do not be the aggressor. Because like Malcolm X said, there's no turning of the cheek. And if somebody put their hand on you, send them to the cemetery. Freedom or death. There's no real soldiers who I hear echoing that motto. This was the motto of our ancestors. Many of us have sold out our ancestors. We are sleeping with the enemy of our ancestors. And we move around earth like we are better than everyone else. Your ancestors are ashamed of you. You sell them out or have sold them out. And for what? For shekels. Freedom or death is the motto. And before I sell my soul, motherfuckers is gonna have to kill me. Because I stand by my truth. I keep going back to this. I keep myself to myself. I don't enforce my thinking, the way I do things, onto others. In reality, I don't or never used to really share my views, because I know that my views aren't other people's views. Because people are easily influenced. If Boris says such and such, everybody believes and conforms. Nobody uses their own intellect, their own mind, their own way of thinking, their own way of seeing things. But you're a troublemaker once you use your own mind and ask questions. Well, so be it. I'm a troublemaker. So be it. But I'm not going to be influenced by bullshit. That's not going to happen. And as much as they're blocking my messages, as much as these hackers are stopping my message get out onto the internet, they can't tap into the internet of the universe. And the vibration of my voice rumbles in the ethers. And those with ear, they will hear. Because this is the time and day of the uprising, where beings will start using their own intellect and remember who they are and why they came. Exercise is important.